The beginning of Parashat Naso is actually a continuation of the discussion which the Torah began in last week's parasha, Parashat Bamidbar, concerning the different roles that Shevet Levi had in transporting the parts of the Mishkan through the desert. Each of the three families of Levi, Gershon, Kahat, and Merari, was responsible for transporting a different component of the Mishkan. And while much has been written about the different assignments, a larger question looms as to whether there's any connection between this role that they assumed in the desert and their eternal role as the spiritual leaders and teachers of Klal Yisrael. As Moshe said about the tribe of Levi before his death, Yoru mishpatecha leYaakov, they shall teach your statutes to Yaakov, v'toratecha leYisrael, and your Torah to Israel. The Rambam in Hilchot Shemitah v'Yovel, the 13th chapter, the 12th halacha, describes the job of the Kohanim and Leviim as to teach God's upright ways and his righteous judgments to the masses. Therefore, what significance might there be to the fact that this group of teachers began as those who carried the Mishkan through the wilderness? Is there any relationship that we could identify between the roles of Torah educators and carrying the Mishkan? However, Yehuda Amital Zatzal, the founding Rosh Yeshiva of Yeshivat Har Etzion, noted that indeed the role of Torah leaders is to carry the Torah, to ensure its successful transplantation from one generation to another, as he explained in one of his sichot, that throughout history, Am Yisrael has passed through different places and the world has progressed and developed beyond measure. The Torah, in contrast, has never changed. There's always a fear that the Torah will become obsolete, irrelevant to later generations. The Rishonim, Reb Sajigo, the Rambam, and others address this problem and explain that in every generation, the Torah must be interpreted in terms of that generation, such that its message for each era will be revealed. The Chidush Harim expounds further on this, explaining that the function of the tzaddik in each generation is to find the significance of the Torah for that generation, just as the Levi'im used to examine the characteristics of each place and decide accordingly where to erect the Mishkan. Torah leaders bear the responsibility of erecting the Mishkan anew in their generation and setting, and ensuring that the structure they build will be the precise same Mishkan as the one that stood in the previous location. However, the terrain is often drastically different, requiring new innovative techniques and strategies, and therefore, the people chosen for the task must be unwaveringly committed to maintaining the Mishkan's proper structure down to the very last detail, while at the same time being capable and willing and able to devise and implement strategies necessary to ensure the Mishkan's compatibility, the Torah's compatibility with the new terrain.